Hi, folks. You're with Tacitus today at your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this audio live stream. In this essay, I'd like to talk about something I touched on a couple of videos ago about the shrinking um, consumer market base of white people in the West. Now, since modern consumerism began in the Western nations, at least white people have been by far and away the majority. Even in countries that have had other races of people there, such as the United States, it's been 10, 12% of the population has been 15% maybe has been sort of black and Hispanic, and 85% plus has been white. The consumer spending power of the white population, per capita, was vastly greater than it was for the black and Hispanic diaspora. So really, modern consumerism all across the Western world, and consumerism really only existed as we understand it in the advanced industrialized nations. It's really been a white person's gig. White people producing goods and services for white people to consume. And that's been, again, all across the Western world, whether you look at the United States, Britain, Germany, France, wherever. That's been the structure of modern consumerism. Now that's changing, and let's have a look at those changes, ones that are unfolding before our very eyes, and more particularly what that's going to mean, or probably will mean, for white people in the West as white people become the minority in the West, forced upon the white people by the globalists without the consent of the white people. So it'd be interesting to see how that resentment alone plays out. They may have to bring out draconian laws, the globalist controlled governments, and suspend democracy and rig elections and things like that. Who knows? I mean, I'm obviously just surmising there. But let's have a look at, we saw a little snapshot with that Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch commercial there. They're looking around for how can they keep their product relevant in a world where the white male consumer is disappearing, or in proportional terms at least disappearing, and will be the minority in the new consumer population of the West. Now, already in some countries, straight white males have fallen below 25% of the consumer base, but they've been loyal consumers of things like beer and so on. So you're Anheuser-Busch and you're the Bud Light folks, and you say, well, okay, well, our market is in overall relative proportion terms and in absolute terms, our market is actually shrinking. So if we're going to stay relevant as a consumer producing organization in the future, we have to go out and appeal to the non-white folks, and we have to appeal to the lesbians and the transgenders and all that sort of thing. How are we going to do that? And really the only way, I mean, the lazy, useless, fucked up way that all of these, whether it be politicians appealing to voters or consumer producing organizations appealing to customers, there's only, if you're trying to appeal to women, you just make out that men are stupid and dumb and idiotic. And evil and bad to boot. That's going to attract the women. I mean, that's how bad things are, by the way. The way you attract the women consumers to say, well, all men are stupid and idiotic and useless and Nazis to boot. So that's how you attract women consumers. What? Now, how do you attract non-white consumers? Blacks, Hispanics. Well, you just say, well, you've been oppressed by all those evil fucking Nazis. So by buying our product, you're fighting back against all those white supremacist Nazis. They're all fucking Hitler. And you buy a product, then you're sticking it up Hitler personally. So, wow. Now, this is overall, about the market, whether it's selling movie franchises, movies out on the screen, whatever it is, that's the direction the entire edifice of consumer marketing is heading. Now, to white people, it's a little bit different. You can sell the merits of the product. Not that there isn't emotional marketing and things like that. There is, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But you can sell the merits of the product. The reason you should buy this car or this I don't know, refrigerator or whatever the consumer goods are, the reason is that it's more reliable, it'll last you longer, the cost of ownership is less, you won't chew up so much electricity, or won't use so much petroleum, and it's a very reliable vehicle. The cost of servicing it is more economical than the folks down the road, and so you can sell the benefits of the product to the discerning straight white male consumer. But once you move away from them, you're moving very much into a strictly emotional marketplace where you have to say to the woman, the reason you should buy this is because it makes you more powerful than that idiotic fucking moron of a man that's there, which means you have the power. You are powerful over that stupid, idiotic, fucked up moron man. You are the genius. I mean, you may only have an IQ of 80, but if you buy our product, he becomes the moron and you become the genius. And the same could be said for other racial groups. Again, you buy this product, and then you are fighting back against Hitler because they are all Hitler. That puts you in charge and makes you can kick Hitler's ass. That's it. So this sort of, and it's incredibly lazy as marketing. But some marketing people explain to me they can't sell the merits and benefits of a product to these other diaspora, whether it be women or minorities or other, because it won't be appreciated. They won't understand it, or they won't see it, or they won't comprehend that buying a product or goods or services, for that matter, accessing goods and services for strictly financial reasons or good common sense reasons, that's not why you want to buy. Now, there are some who will buy that, but if you want to reach a bigger market, you've got to hit those emotional buttons. Now, I just want you to consider this, a future where white people are decidedly in the minority, which isn't far away, and where all the marketing, product marketing and services marketing, government pitching at voters, insurance companies wanting to sell their insurance, the whole thing, everything is anti-straight white male, because that's the best and easiest and cheapest and most direct way to appeal to the consumer. Imagine that's going to be an absolute outpouring, unending outpouring of hatred and derision against white people, and it's going to be wall to wall, 360 degrees, 24/7, 365 days. It's going to be an ending avalanche, and we're already seeing it now. Whether it be movie franchises like Star Wars and all this sort of thing, men depicted as idiots or Nazis. So this will be everywhere all the time. And how will that affect the treatment of white people, who, as far as the globalists are concerned, are the enemy anyway? I mean, those damn straight white males that want accountable government and fair elections, independent courts, those fucking Nazis, they've got to be got rid of and disempowered in every way possible. And this is one way, of course, of doing it. But it may be a natural extension of how these organisations, consumer goods producing organisations, how they can appeal to their neo-consumers. All they can sell is buy a product, and you can hate white people as well, or you can treat white people like shit as well. That appears to be a momentum and a way of doing things that is now cast in concrete and will go forward in this way. My concern, and I think this is inevitable, that white people are going to become, I mean, they're probably there already, but are going to be openly and brazenly become seen as just all straight white people are Nazis. That's it. And you don't deserve legal rights. It is quite acceptable to punch a Nazi, kill a Nazi, do whatever you want to a Nazi, and really no one in the government's going to sort of particularly care. Tusk, don't murder people in the street like that, but otherwise we don't give a shit. You've got rid of someone that opposes globalization. You therefore have performed a public service of sorts. I think that's where we're heading. I'd be interested to see your comments below, and please share this video as widely as you can, because I see this as one of the great concerning issues of the next 20 to 25 years, that all marketing will be so anti-white, and particularly anti-white male, anti-straight white male, that it will invite, facilitate, indeed create an environment where the murdering and killing and disenfranchising of white people is considered to be a virtuous act. You've been with Tacitus today with your Pushback channel. Thank you for listening.